Welcome back. This week we caught up with Sonia, Khurana, Chief Operating Officer, and Unny Radhakrishnan, CEO, Digitas India. Today's marketing landscape is very noisy. It is hard to stay ahead of customers' changing preferences for engagement. And if you can catch a customer's attention, how do you provide something different that will make them want to engage with and buy from you? So what are some of the key challenges faced by these digital marketing leaders today, and what is the strategic roadmap for marketers to boost their brand's performance in 2023? We are finding this from Sonia and Unny. Listen in. Unny, Sonia, welcome to CNBC-TV18.
Thank you.
Unny, let's begin this conversation with you. What are some of the challenges, including the data problems, that digital marketers are struggling with today?
Yeah. So if you see, digital has expanded so widely. Even from a consumer's perspective, every aspect of now of their life touches digital, and that would mean it's an opportunity for marketers from every aspect, right? So the whole canvas for a CMO is now like really expanded. Earlier it was just a brand management. Now it's media itself has become siloed so much. There are different formats and different verticals. What you can do with digital from a customer experience has sort of expanded. There are disciplines like CRM, loyalty, a whole lot of experiences now sort of transformed to digital, and that comes with its own problems. So one very obvious thing is that there's so much of data out there. The challenge with data is that with so much of data, trying to get insights out of that, like you get so much of information, but how do you sort of extract the right kind of insight? So that's a huge challenge for marketers.
Okay, and having said that, because the canvas has expanded, what are really marketers asking for in terms of solutions?
Actually, a whole lot, right? From taking off from data, what is the data strategy ought to be for the future? What is the 1P data that they can collect? What is the infrastructure that can support it? So that's one end of it. The other that they're seeking is, because when you start unboxing digital, there are so many different aspects. So how does it all come together, right? In conversations that Unny and I have had with CMOs, the problem that seems to crop up a lot of times is they've got different partners that they are working with. And it's up to their team and them to sort of bring it all together. Sometimes they come and say, it's just difficult sort of connecting all of these various points. And that's what sort of keeps them up at night as well. The other thing is sort of preparing for the future. There's so much new technology. AI has now hit us big time.
Yes.
What does it mean for us, right? Metaverse, back in the day, now we can say that.
Yeah.
What did it mean for marketers? So, that's always there. And I think one thing never goes out of fashion is creativity.
And what is the roadmap, since you mentioned AI, Sonia, what is the roadmap for AI-driven solutions in the coming days?
I don't know.
That's a very honest answer.
I honestly don't know. It's evolving. There's so much experimentation that's happening that it's hard to say hand on heart saying this is the direction that it's going to take. We've been hearing both positive and negative things. And, even when talking to clients, we are saying, let us prep a little bit. We are doing experiments at home here to say what are the possibilities before we can confidently say that client A, this is the way that AI can help you.
Yeah. And how according to you, Unny, can clients navigate these plethora of AI-related, generative AI-related solutions that are there on,
so
right now?
So actually, if you look at AI is being, in a way, is being used by marketers. But if you look at a whole lot of campaign optimization, which is very, very dependent on data. So to that extent, some bit of AI, like Google's menu of the media optimization still sort of runs on AI, right? But this whole generative AI is something new now because it's sort of dependent on language learning models and things like that.
Correct.
But at this point of time, all we can say is that we'll just have to, as marketers and even agency partners, to keep our eyes and ears open to probably do the kind of experiment, because we've been doing a bit of experiments internally, but not for the outside, because there are a lot of IP issues because it's all creating from what is already there, right?
Experiments is what mostly we have seen with metaverse, with generative AI, with AI, something that we have seen. brands commonly do, like over the past couple of months, almost a year now. Sonia, my next question to you is, what is the strategic roadmap? Because we are also speaking right at the beginning of the new financial year. What according to you should be the strategic roadmap for brands to boost their performance, especially on digital in this year?
Most definitely, I think continued focus on first-party data. The second is all brands right now are operating in a platform world, right? They are competing and present on the likes of Amazon and Flipkart, etc. To be able to drive commerce on them is a combination of art and science, and it keeps us and them on their toes. So that is a constantly evolving line item in the strategic roadmap. And third, I think it really will be, again, I'm going to lean on creativity and how to engage in the best possible way with their audience. That's going to be absolutely key. And to add another fourth one, when we talk about marketing, we only talk about consumer-facing marketing or customer-facing marketing, but there's a whole sort of sales engine that is key to delivering the demand that marketing creates. And it's so connected at the hip that from a marketer's point of view, we are seeing now that all marketers are now focusing on what transformation can happen in channel, for example, right? Or what transformation can happen in the customer journeys beyond just, communications or media.
What are some of the problems unique to our country on digital, which, don't happen otherwise globally, according to you?
Okay, so this is probably a bit of hypothesis and maybe backed by data. One is the most obvious: 22 different languages, so much of dialects. Like for instance, that there is this OTT called Stage, which is not even a language based. It's a dialect based, which means here they have shows on Haryanvi, they have shows on Bhojpuri, not even Bhojpuri, the different
Dialects within
what are that, Maithili and what some of those languages. So they actually have shows on that, and they have paying customers. There is a person who is an ATM security guy who is willing to pay to see a show in Haryanvi, right? When it becomes, from a consumer point of view, it is good and wider choice and wider spread. It becomes very difficult for from a brand perspective to create content. Like we probably see this far often from South, where the front page of the print media or even digital, they just anglicized version of the Hindi, right? And that probably doesn't appeal to those audiences. So from India perspective, language will be is a interesting challenge.
Language and
reach.
And reach.
Reach also. Because data is not very well organized, or data signals are not that many as compared to some of the Western countries. So sometimes it's a hit and miss. You try until you get to the right audience through digital media, but it takes a while.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing these insights with us, and thanks for joining us on CNBC-TV18.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.